Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds. And here's me today. I have a diamond in the rough I'd like you guys to meet. This is Deontay Campbell, a tight end out of Missouri Southern. Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you too, man.
This dude here, big target as a tight end, um, really somebody who I feel people really need to know. Athletic guy out of Montgomery, Alabama. I don't want to steal your thunder, so why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, and we'll get going.
What's going on? My name is Deontay Campbell. I attend Missouri Southern and I'm from Montgomery, Alabama.
Hey, obviously we got a little bit of that already. That's my fault, but we're good. Went to Jefferson Davis High School. I have that in my notes. But Deontay, I want to take us back as far as we can go, actually. How long have you played football?
I've been playing football since I was about 5 years old. Yeah, around that time.
Gotcha. So when we go back as far as 5 years old, leading into like your early years as a football player, were you always like on the offensive side of things? Talk to me about you growing up and what you played.
Growing up, I was playing off, I was both sides. And then I started to get to like more of offensive side when I got to high school. But I done played linebacker, defensive end, uh running back, fullback. I was a quarterback before, and then just tight end, huh?
Well, hey, it is what it is. I mean, you get a guy with your size, and we could utilize you damn near almost everywhere on the field, especially as a high schooler, because I mean, we could have done anything and everything with you at that time, depending what high school you're at. But of course, there at Jefferson Davis High School in Alabama, along with some basketball, along with some football, did basketball and some track and field. What do you remember the most about your high school days?
Uh, about high school, it was fun for sure, but I miss like the game. I miss like the Friday nights, and then I miss like when we had to. I miss play. I played basketball for a little bit. It was fun. Then I kind of like got out of. I kind of got out of basketball when I was like, yeah, I like football more. I like contact more because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a guy who fouls a lot, and yeah, I was like, I'm getting tired of this. So I'm like, yeah, I just stay at football.
It's okay. It's okay to admit that you like to hit people. It's fine.
Yeah.
So, because if you do that sort of thing on a basketball court, it's not going to work out. So,
Yeah,
because like you said, you're going to get fouled out, and you're not going to be of any use to anybody. But
yeah.
on a football field, you can do that a lot. So I hear you on that one. Um, so, coming out of Jefferson Davis High School, actually have you first attending Highland Community College. So, talk to me about your experience there. I know for some people they don't really understand like the whole JUCO thing, but like it is really a grind for people who really don't know about it. So, enlighten us a bit.
So yeah, I didn't know what JUCO was either coming out of high school, but when I got there, I just remember like it was a lot of cornfield in the middle of nowhere, Highland, Kansas. Just it was like a population of like 800. I think it was. It was like it wasn't nothing there. But the football part, it was fun because you got to meet people. You get to meet people from all over, man. One thing I would say though, like it's definitely a grind. Like the stuff that they see or whatever, like it's real. Like it's really a mental thing. If you mentally tough, I feel like you can make it through for sure.
And Deontay, I feel like you took advantage of your opportunity going to a junior college. Not a lot of people really understand that. I mean, sometimes you just kind of have to do it just to sort of establish yourself. As a college as a student at the college level, of course, so that you can transfer up. But you took full advantage of your opportunity to play football there for Highland, ended up being an All American, JUCO All American, which is awesome. And you took that and you ran with it. Anything else about your experience there at JUCO that we need to know? Like, some of the guys that you played with. Any other memories from that time?
Yeah, I do have a couple guys I played with. It was fun. Like, really, just it's like you really just you playing with people that you just met a couple months ago, and then now it's like being on the field is like it just brought me closer with him, and I still hit him up to this day. A guy named Kevin Smith. He played Mississippi Valley or whatever. He played there, and I still talk to him every day. It's some guys that play that don't play no more, but I still like communicate with them, still talk to them here to this day. Like they my brother.
Well, the interesting thing is, we do see some guys at the JUCO level that do progress, and do go on to play, bigger ball, and obviously even get to the NFL. And again, took full advantage of that for your own sake, and ended up there at Missouri Southern. So, walk me through this process, man. You come out of high school, you get to Highland, and then after Highland, there's Missouri Southern. Like, walk me through this whole process and how that happened.
So I was at Highland and I was getting ready to I was playing my last season and school they was hitting me up or whatever, but and then I was waiting to hear back from some schools and I had ended up at Missouri Southern because there was a coach that was there that I played like the previous season. He was coaching at another JUCO. He was already talking to me to ask me what my plan was and stuff. And so next thing you know, I told him I'd be done in December, and then we just stayed in contact. And so while I was after my last season, I was waiting to hear from other teams, and I was just like, it was like getting to that time to get ready to enroll for classes and all that stuff. So I'm like, I'm trying to go ahead and be somewhere, get ready to play, and then that's when I ended up at Missouri Southern State.
Well, hey, sometimes this game, this business is all about who you know and
Yeah.
having those connections. And hey, it worked out. It worked out well for you. You get there to Missouri Southern and really show out. And you're one of these tight ends who I feel can do a lot of things. You were utilized a lot as a receiver. And I know, bro, you're big enough to do damn near anything that I ask you to do. First off, let's share that with some people. What is your current height and weight?
Right now, I am 6'5" and I currently weigh 243.
So 6'5", 243. Again, we are getting a tight end who can be utilized pretty much all over the field. And I'm pretty much sure that during your time there at Missouri Southern, they're asking you to do a lot. Like they're asking you to play inline, slot, wide, whatever, in the backfield, whatever. Can you just kind of walk through that a little bit, like how you were used there on offense?
I was pretty much like you said, like I was everywhere. Like we ran a lot of 12 personnel, so it was always two tight ends on the field. But it had been times I was in line or I was lined up in the backfield in the off position as like a fullback. I was playing outside receiver, slot. I was doing really everything they asked. Like they was moving me, utilizing me, moving me around everywhere, try to get me open different ways and stuff.
So obviously we're looking at a big target. We're looking at a guy who can be utilized as a wide receiver. What do you feel maybe perhaps separates you from other athletes at your position? What do you feel is the best thing you got going for you?
I feel like I'm more versatile. I catch anything that comes my way. Um, I feel like I could do what receivers can do. I route running wise, and I can also block as well. And I said other tight ends can block too as well. But I feel like I could do more. You can use me multiple ways if you need.
Well, certainly have proven that, and certainly have the size, athleticism, strength in order to be, utilized in that fashion. Deontay, I do want to just kind of dive in a little bit more about you as an athlete, and maybe perhaps like where it started, and maybe I don't know, if you look at a kid who grows up in Alabama, who is the tight end who maybe perhaps a lot of the guys out down there are looking up to? Is there like a player or something, somebody who plays your position?
Well, not from Alabama, but it is tight ends I've looked up to. Like I've always like watched. Like I used to watch a lot of Antonio Gates. I definitely used to watch a lot of him like when I was growing up. And then it's some now I still look up to Travis Kelce, George Kittle, Kyle Pitts. I like watching those guys. I like their games as well. I used to watch Darren Waller a lot. Um, I'll be watching TJ Hawkinson here and there, Dallas Goddard. I'll be watching guys just seeing what they do like just game wise, like in certain situations, how they do their thing or whatever.
Well, I mean, you more or less went through damn near all the best guys in the league,
Well,
and you kind of need to do that, as you are, preparing to hopefully play alongside those guys one day. You need to figure out like how they do it, of course. Um, Other thing, obviously, Deontay, that you're going to be asked to do is play some special teams. And I'm pretty sure somewhere along the line you've been asked to do that. Just kind of want to get your take. I mean, what's your attitude and approach, and maybe overall experience playing special teams?
I would not mind. I love to play special teams. They need me to. I haven't played. I was on kickoff return before. I didn't been on punt. I didn't been on punt return. I didn't been on onside. I didn't been on hands team. I mean, whatever they need me to do, I don't mind.
Well, hey, that works. Let's talk some more about y'all's offense there at Missouri Southern. So, how would you describe that offense overall? Like, again, like you said, utilizing a whole lot of 12 personnel. But how else might you describe that to other people?
We're definitely a pro style offense. I feel like we do more. It could be 50-50, like run pass, or it could be sometimes like maybe 60 pass, 40 run. It just depends like on the day, but we're really 50-50. I would say that we do both, even amount of time.
So, kind of along those lines, this is where I want to go with this. Is I want you to give me an example of like maybe your favorite route as a receiver, and then maybe your favorite play where you're blocking. So, give me one of each.
Okay, so my favorite route as a receiver, my favorite route, I like post. I like post routes. I got two though. I like a post and I like digs. And like really about digs, I don't know. Like I can run, I'll run the route for sure. But half the time, DBs be faster than me, so I know they may still be right there as I make my break or whatever. But I know I'm gonna catch the ball though. Like with them all on my back, and I like catching the ball, getting up, chirping at them. Because they'll chirp back, so I'm gonna chirp at them a little bit. But yeah, that's my
It's
favorite.
part of the game, so it's okay.
Blocking wise, I like this. If we got like a power play, like a power play we got, and I got the end straight up, like yeah, I like that for sure. I don't mind at all. Or if I gotta like dig out the end on cutoff, like backside cutoff, I gotta dig them out. I don't mind. I don't mind doing that. They ask me to.
Hey, it's nice to hear that. I mean, I think oftentimes when you're looking at tight ends, you are looking at guys who maybe are seen more as a receiver or a blocker. But Deontay, obviously, we're seeing a guy who has the mentality and ability to be effective across the board, and I do think that that really helps you as a player. Um, let's go on and talk a little bit more about y'all's team. Um, who are some of the other guys around you? Give me like maybe some of your most impressive teammates there for Missouri Southern that other people need to know.
Luke Sam's quarterback. He I feel like he definitely got talent. His work ethic it shows, and like how he progressed from last year and this year, like, and then who knows, and it's a lot for he got a lot coming for him like next season. Like I feel like he gonna be all American like for sure. Another guy, Draper Parker. He didn't really get much tick last year, but I hung around him outside the field, worked out with him and stuff. And this year he stepped up big, and that's one person. That's another person I know. And one more person is his name Akeem Gilmore. He he's a dog, man. This was our last year together, but he definitely is a dog, and I kind of wish we could have got to finish the season this year together, but he had to deal with some injuries too as well. And but watching him last year, like it was crazy. Like he's like Debo Samuel. Like that's why I would compare him to Debo Samuel. Like we had him at Wildcat. He getting by 20, 30 yards a pop. Like then he round dudes up. It was crazy.
Well, certainly something to look forward to. For Missouri Southern, got a lot of other athletes there to keep an eye out on. So appreciate you shouting out a couple of names there. A
Yeah.
lot of good teammates, some coaches who have really poured into you over the years. Um, Give me I don't know, an idea of who has influenced you perhaps the most as an athlete, whether it be a teammate, a coach, or even some people outside of football. Who's influenced you the most?
One coach there, well, he's not there anymore. He was there last year. It was a guy named Matt Raw. He definitely influenced me a lot because like before I came here, like I was in JUCO, I played tight end, but we was more of a spread team. Like so I was always at X. I was always at receiver. We went 10 personnel. Or we went 11, then I'm in line, but half the time I'm at X. Like I'm in the boundary most of the time. So it was like, okay, cool. But when I got here, he was like, you gonna have to block. Like he said that, like he straight up told me that, and
That's good.
I was like, all right, let's do it. Like I didn't mind. I knew once I left JUCO, I knew I was gonna have to like convert into doing it, and I didn't, and I don't mind. And
So it's
uh,
like, Tay, you're a tight end. I'm going to make you a tight end.
yeah,
Not just a receiver, but somebody who can go out there and be nasty in the
yeah,
trench. So
yeah, for sure, man. I had to adjust because it was different because I was doing it more than what I was doing in my old school because we was a spread team. So I was like, all right, he chewed me out a couple times, but I just learned from it. I'm like, he just trying to, make me better. So that's one guy I would say Matt Raw for sure.
well, I mean, hey, sometimes you do need a little bit of that tough love from your coach,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
it sounds like he got things right. Got you pointed in the right direction.
Yeah.
And Deontay, you've had some highs and lows. During your career. If we're looking back at your journey again, we're looking at a JUCO kid goes to Missouri Southern. A lot of hype coming into this season. You were on Senior Bowl and Shrine Bowl watch list, but obviously this year didn't really turn out exactly the way that you wanted. So I guess the question really comes to, when this stuff doesn't necessarily turn out the way you want, bro, how do you stay motivated? Like, what gets you through these tough times?
Um, it just really like one thing I wouldn't do. Like I when I was battling injuries, I was mentally like, man, like no way, like this is going on my senior year, like my last year, and I'm like, okay, like it's cool. Like I just pray the man above to keep me going, and it's just like family I come from, like I don't never like I won't ever give up on something that I've been manifesting since I was a kid. It's my dream. Like I'm right there. Like I'm right there. So it's like, why stop now? Like,
No, I definitely get you. Bit poor timing, and it has nothing to do with anything that you did. Of course, I mean, I know you battled some injuries this season, but I know it hasn't stopped you from pursuing your goal. I know you've been, training, getting yourself right, getting yourself prepared. What is the situation right now? Do you have yourself, linked up with like a trainer? facility? Has that been decided yet, or is that still in the works?
It's still in the works. I've been in contact with some agents or whatever trying to get this stuff sorted out or whatever. But I know I graduate December for sure. By the end of December, like we should have that. Like that should be him. So
Well, hey, work. It sounds like those things are in the works, so that's good. Uh, all right. Hey, do want to get a chance to meet the guy. We've talked about you, on the field. I want to know the guy off the field. So,
okay.
tell me a little bit about you, your interests, your hobbies. You got any other passions? You have any secret talents, fun facts, anything you want to share, man? Give me something.
Um, it's some interests I have. Like of course, I feel like there's a lot of like it's a lot of interest for like males or whatever. But gaming, like that's one thing I love gaming. Like playing the game, I be seeing like dudes stream and just play the game. But I don't mind doing that in my spare time. And also like I also like want to like do. I also thought about like doing like making content like or say if like people want me to edit their videos or something like that. Like I feel like I could be good with that stuff. Like say they want to, hey, I want they give me, what they recorded or whatever, and I can edit the videos like, being a content creator or something like that. I wouldn't mind doing that either as well.
All right. I'll see if I could dive a little bit more into this, get a few more little tidbits out of you. So, uh, there at Missouri Southern, what are you graduating?
I'm graduating with general studies, science.
Okay. So, anything more about your time there at Missouri Southern? Like, you involved in anything like there on campus, off campus? I mean, anything you want to share?
No, I'm not involved with anything there. I just play football there, in Missouri Southern. I thought about it. I thought about joining this club. It was called like SAC, but I was like, nah, I'm cool.
Hey, it's cool. You're a student athlete, which in and of itself is a lot. So I get that. Um, I mean, obviously, you do have this thing with being an athlete. You are in a position where you could use this to perhaps use it for other platforms. Have you had time to maybe I don't know, take all that in, maybe think about what you could use it as a platform for? Like, do you have maybe like a charity or cause that you would invest your time and energy in?
Um, I definitely thought about like using it as other things, or like I said, like photography or something like that. Like I would not mind doing that. Like I really just I've been thinking about it, like but it's just like I've been trying to finish up school and stuff right now, trying to
No,
just
I
go.
get it. It-
I'm just
that-
going to get this out the way so I can just be
no,
done.
that's fine. A couple of more questions again, just for fun. Uh, Again, these are just some rapid fire fun things. So, you got a favorite movie?
Yes, I got a favorite movie. It's called Stomp the Yard.
Stomp the Yard. That's the one with the uh what is it like the dance stuff? Isn't that what that is?
They were dancing on. I used to be in front of the TV with my sister when we was younger, and we used to do all the dance moves and stuff.
So you fancy yourself a dancer still or what?
Nah, nah.
No, okay. But I'm sure maybe perhaps like when you do hit the end zone as a receiver, you got a little something that you're able to put together.
Man, as a receiver or tight end, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna come up with something. Like I'm already have something in the back of my mind.
All
When that
right.
get here, I know what I'm doing this week when I school.
Um, a couple more questions before you wrap things up. So, Let's see here. I'm talking to you. It's right before Thanksgiving. I got to ask you, favorite Thanksgiving side dish.
Side dish, dressing.
So when you say dressing, some people say stuffing. It depends on where you're coming from, but like, is that what you're saying or no?
Yeah, it's that. Well, we say dressing, but yeah, as long
Uh,
as
no, I get you. It just depends on the household. Maybe it's a north-south thing. Um,
probably
but
because
but
I hear a lot of like up north say, "Oh yeah, you mean some?" They be like, "You mean some stuffing? Dressing?" Like, and then they show me. I'm like, "Yeah, dressing. That's what we call it, dressing."
no, no, and I'm with you. That's a favorite of mine too. We're on the same page. So, um, one more, and then we'll wrap things up. You have an opportunity to maybe meet like a favorite celebrity. Who would that be for you? Whether it be an athlete, musician, actor, who do you love a chance to maybe sit down and chit chat with or what? Who would that be for you?
LeBron James, the GOAT. It would have to be LeBron James. Man. Like what he did, like his story, like it's like it's crazy. Like he came up, he struggled, like he was struggling like when they was young, and it's like he came straight out of high school, you know, played in the NBA, like he don't cause no trouble. Like he he got to do, hard worker. Like he he phenomenal on the court. Phenomenal on the court. And
It
it's just
kind of
like
goes without saying. So
yeah, it's just like I just was somebody who I would want to like, meet but not having a conversation with, like, because I feel like he's motivational. Like what he's done, like his accolades, like his motivational.
yeah, and I mean you are looking at a premier athlete who does his business you know as an athlete as well as like off into other aspects of his life. So certainly someone to sit down and chit chat with. But Deontay, I know you want to get there too. I know you want to be able to be one of these premier athletes at the professional level.
Yeah.
And that's just the reason why we're talking today. And do feel like we just need to wrap things up. I mean, we've talked a whole lot about you and your story. As we wrap things up, final thoughts. Talk to all those scouts. Tell them what kind of player they'd be getting if they took a chance on you. Go.
You're gonna be a hard worker, a dog, a leader, and lead vocally and lead by example for sure. And you getting somebody who whatever you need him to do, he gonna do it.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at a tight end who checks a lot of boxes. If we're being real, like he's got the size. He's a really good receiver, good blocker. Can be utilized on special teams, and so hey, he's got the experience. He's got the athleticism. So I mean, hey, he's everything you want in a tight end. So, um,
You
but Deontay, I do want to wish you the best in this process, and you take care of yourself. Okay.
sir.
Again, I got with me Deontay Campbell, tight end out of Missouri Southern. Check him out.